Choctaw Nation, I am in your debt. Choctaw Nation, I just want to thank you. Choctaw Nation, I got so upset when I learned of your wisdom and your virtue.
Yeah, Andy Story, chairperson of Afri. Looking forward to walking Famine Commemoration Walk, the glorious sunshine in Mayo. Afri's been running the walk for a long number of years now. It's two purposes really. One is to commemorate the dead of the Irish famine, who walked to try and failed attempt to get famine relief back in the 1840s. That's partly what we're doing, commemorating and honouring their memory, but we're also using it to try and draw attention to issues of injustice, hunger, starvation in the world today. So for example, this year we're looking at corporate control of the food chain and how that denies people the rights to healthy food.
My name's John McCord. I'm a development worker with a project in Kerry called the Goal Project, Gaining Opportunities to Address Legacy. We are inclined to look at conflict in Ireland in the context of the last 40 years. And 150 years ago there were people dying in this country as a result of conflict as well. And I think the message that we would bring to this and from this is the fact that, you know, the legacy that we are addressing is a legacy that today around the world is still happening. As important as it is here in Louisburgh today to celebrate or to commemorate the Doolough walk, there are 5 million children a year dying of hunger. A fifth of the world's population are starving. And we come down here with full bellies and water in our hands. And I think just to get back in touch with that.
I just want to recall I suppose what this walk is really all about, the original walk in the spring of 1849, when 600 people walked the road that we will now walk, although it was then of course a goat track, from Louisburgh to Delphi Lodge, which is just out here among the trees that you can see behind me. They walked because they had heard that there was a meeting of the commissioners taking place. Well, first of all they heard it was taking place in Louisburgh, and then for some reason it was changed. So despite the fact that they were hungry and I suppose close to despair, they made the long journey from Louisburgh to Delphi Lodge to meet the commissioners with the hope that they would give them either food or tickets of admission to the workhouse. One report says when they arrived, the commissioners refused to see them because they were at lunch, and but that later they condescended to meet the people, but they refused them either food or tickets of admission to the workhouse. And then it was when they were turned away and making their dispirited journey back to Louisburgh that many people died. We don't know the exact numbers, but many died, and many were washed into the lake, and many were buried where they fell on that cold, stormy day on the 30th and 31st of March 1849.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm Brendan Ford, and I work out in Colombia, but I've been working with Afri for a good few years, and I always liked it. I've done the famine walk a good few times over the years, and it always reminds me of, it joins our own history with the history of other peoples. That's what I like about it, because I work in Latin America, there's a lot of poverty and a lot of suffering. So to link in, not just to remember the past, but to help us to go towards the future. And that's what I like about this walk. I also like the fact too that so many people, a lot of young people walk, and they participate in it. So I think that aspect, our own history should teach us something about today, where we are going, and also the needs in other places.